What's up, everybody? Welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Zach.
I'm T. Hughes.
Oh, good. And we are here today for another video to give to you, the people. T. Hughes, what's our video about today?
So recently we have been pretty much the whole month of July has been the 50% off sale of the Criterion collection at Barnes & Noble. And we decided to go down there. I'd say, we went down there. Us two went down there at least.
Many times.
Yeah, we went down there a couple times and decided to get a few movies because we're movie lovers. And the Criterion is definitely up our alley in terms of promoting great pieces of cinema. So we are going to tell you what we got, why we got it, and kind of what the movies are about, and talk about the little special features and the packaging and different things. So, yeah. So that's what we're talking about, is the Criterion Collection haul of T. Hughes and Zach.
You already got a cut in yours. What's that?
Cut? Oh, shit. Yeah.
Man,
I don't know.
you
It's just a
messed
little
it
plastic
up.
thing.
You messed it up already. Okay, I'll go first because I have way more than T. Hughes.
Correct. Yeah, because Zach just...
Because I'm rich and he's poor. I mean,
That's
how it goes.
very, very true.
Okay, first one I'm going to go with is Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. This one is, Kubrick movie, George C. Scott, Peter Sellers. My bad. Yeah, and it is going to be one that we will be doing soon for the podcast, so I thought I'd just pick it up. Not sure what the special features are, but I'm sure they are good. So there you go. That's my first one.
Dr. Strangelove. Mine is the recent piece of cinema by Richard Linklater, 2014's Boyhood, which took place over, I think it was 15 years, 12, my bad. This is a 2 Blu-ray that has the special features and cool little booklet. I know that's a big thing it's got a bunch of different little retrospectives and, articles and things. But yeah, this is 2014's Boyhood.
Alrighty, my next one is The 39 Steps. It's a Hitchcock movie. Typical Hitchcock, it's, conspiracy type of thing. Very early Hitchcock, 1935, black and white, obviously. I have not seen it yet, but I am excited to watch it, see the, high definition digital restoration, that type of thing. So yes, there we go. That's my number 2.
My number 2 is the 1983 teenage kind of rebellion minor cult classic is Rumblefish, adapted from the S.E. Hinton novel, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, who also that same year did The Outsiders, which is a bigger commercial success. This is pretty much all in black and white. It has a couple of different things. I'm reading the stuff, Zach. I can't see. I got sunglasses on.
Oh that's your problem. We're inside.
Yeah. It's got a couple of cool little special features. It's got a nice poster here that has, if you know the story of it, it talks about like betta fish is this kind of symbol. So it's got the black and white, and those are the only 2 things that are in color. So it's a cool little thing. It's one of the few Coppola, if not the only Coppola movie that's on the Criterion collection. So it was something that I picked up. I thought that was kind of a cool little piece. So yeah, I got 1983's Rumblefish starring Matt Dillon and Mickey Rourke.
Okay, I have got the Beatles' Hard Day's Night. Their very popular, most popular movie they did, I would say. This is a huge ass one. I don't know if you can tell, but this is bigger than most. Not sure what's in there yet. Haven't opened it yet. T. Hughes opened all his. I have not gotten that far yet. So, Hard Day's Night. Look at the Beatles, baby.
So my next one is Zach's favorite movie,
Oh my God.
And that is the 1998 cult classic, directed by Terry Gilliam, starring Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro. It is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. adapted from the Hunter S. Thompson novel. So some of the special features include talking about Hunter S. Thompson getting into Hollywood, and also talks about Gonzo journalism in a nice little booklet. It's even got, in some of the features, it's got some... let's see, we've got, I think toward the back, it's got a couple of the Ralph Steadman illustrations. It's got the really cool Ralph Steadman cover. If you know anything about Hunter S. Thompson and Ralph Steadman stuff, it's really cool. I really like this movie. It is going to be off of Netflix probably by the time this movie airs, or this video airs. I know Zach really loves this movie. If you haven't listened to the podcast, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, Zach professes his love for this 1998 cult classic. So yes, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I love this movie. It's great.
People at Criterion, I need to know what you were thinking when you put that on there. Makes me really question your judgment. So get back to me on at Movie Night on Movie Night Podcast on Instagram. Just DM me Criterion. Let me know what the fuck you're thinking. Okay, my next one. Fucking great movie here. One of my favorite actors of all time, Cary Grant in His Girl Friday.
What do you think now, Zach?
Yes, a very fast talking movie. Not for everybody. Based on the play, The Front Page. It's been remade a few times from different names and whatnot. Once again, unlike TU's, I've not opened these yet. I haven't opened any of these yet because I just haven't had the time. But definitely looking forward to rewatching this movie and seeing all the special whatnots.
Okay, so my next one is a recent movie that we did for the podcast. Go check out our May 27th episode. The 1993, once again another cult classic, is Dazed and Confused. All right. Just keep living, man. Livin. Probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It comes with this really cool booklet that has little notes and essays, and also has different profiles and kind of like a yearbook inside the booklet, and it also has this really cool movie poster. I know Zach has the exact same one. He got this when we did the podcast, and when he had it, I knew I had to get it. But it has this really great movie poster. So, yes, it is probably one of the coolest kind of packaging that Criterion has. That was definitely a good selling point for me getting on into the Criterion, was trying to find the cool movies that I had seen that had the awesome packaging. It definitely differentiates from just buying a regular Blu-ray or having a used DVD copy like I've had for the majority of my time enjoying this movie. And so that's what I have next is the 1993. Once again, another Richard Linklater, probably one of my favorite directors, is Dazed and Confused.
Alrighty, my next one is Mildred Pierce. A very noirish movie back in the mid-40s, starring Joan Crawford. She's a great actress. This is a great fucking movie. That's really all I have to say about that. There's some cool interviews and stuff on this, talking to the girl that played the daughter in this movie. Mildred Pierce.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 1991 Jonathan Demme, probably his best movie. I would have to say The Silence of the Lambs, one of the three Big Five winners. We also Zach did this as a podcast, one of his, I think his last solo podcast, but this is probably one of the best movies of the last 30 years for sure. Great performance by Anthony Hopkins, Jodie Foster. So it's got a great package. Even has the cool booklet. It's got a great little photo. Come on, Hannibal Lecter. There's a cool photo of Jonathan Demme and Anthony Hopkins in here. It's got some cool little essays. It's got a lot of cool stuff and different little retrospectives. But yeah, so mine is Silence of the Lambs because it's a great movie, and Zach did a podcast on it. So.
Okay, because you just did that one, I'm going to do this one. Another Big Five Oscar winner here. It Happened One Night. Frank Capra movie. One of the best directors of all time, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just going to be fun to finally watch this movie.
I just recently watched it. It's pretty good. Yeah. I think for 1934, I think it's what it is.
Yeah, we've done the other Big Five winners, Silence of the Lambs and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, already on our podcast, so we'll probably definitely be doing this one sooner rather than later.
Yes, be on the lookout. It happened one night, 2020 movie night. So, the last one I have in my haul is probably the coolest packaging that is out there. It is the 1987 Rob Reiner classic, starring Robin Wright, Andre the Giant, a bunch of other people. But The Princess Bride. So the coolest thing about it is the fact that, a couple of these others have booklets in them. The booklet is actually into the book of the actual thing. The pages turn. It's got a little conversation with William Goldman on how he adapted his movie and all this stuff. It's the coolest packaging. And yeah, I don't know, as you wish. I mean, it's a great movie. What do you want me to say? Great performances. Great movie. Yeah, I had to have it. When I saw that this was out there, I had to have it, and then Zach followed suit. Yeah, great movie.
Alrighty, I got a few more I'm going to go through here. I have a bunch more, but that would take us all day. So correct. I just picked a few of them out. Next one of my favorites, Election. Matthew Broderick, Reese Witherspoon. Great high school movie. Yes. Next one I actually do have open. Look at this.
Oh, snap!
The Big Chill. Just watched this last week. It was a great fucking movie. Just a nice little, weekend in the life of 30-something-year-olds. Another one I just put in here because I just saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Valley of the Dolls.
Ooh.
It's got Sharon Tate, obviously.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Haven't seen this, just one I just saw and decided I'd pick it up. Another one I've not seen, Steven Soderbergh, I'm pretty sure.
Correct.
Yes.
I think so.
Sex, Lies, and Videotape. Another one I haven't seen, just kind of a blind buy. Want to see what it's all about. So I'll definitely be watching that one soon. And to start off, or to end where we started off, The Killing, another Stanley Kubrick. One of his first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very noir movie. And if you know anything about me, I love me some noir. And last but not least, I bought this fucking huge ass book. All the films of Ingmar Bergman, Swedish director. Altogether, it's 30 discs. I think there's altogether like 35 movies in here. So that cost me a pretty penny, but still glad I got it. So yeah, that is my collection that I have here so far. And yeah, that's our haul from the Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble. You want more of a Movie Night podcast? You can actually watch or listen to our podcast on iTunes. Just type in Movie Night Podcast.
Like, rate, review, subscribe.
Yes. Instagram, Movie Night Podcast. Twitter, Movie Night Pod _ Like this video. Subscribe to this channel. We haven't done a lot of videos, but we're trying to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to use anything else you want to say about our Criterion?
Yeah, go follow me on Instagram.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Smooth T Hughes 22 on Instagram and T Hughes 22 on Twitter. And go ahead and check out some of our episodes, our recent episodes. Like I said, we've had some recent episodes or this year that we have covered Criterion movies. Like I said, Dazed and Confused, Silence of the Lambs. What was another one that we've had recently on Criterion? Some Like It Hot. And we've got ones coming up is Dr. Strangelove is going to be one that's coming out probably by the time this video comes out that we'll be talking about in depth. So we'll be dipping our foot into the Kubrick world and talking that, and go ahead and review that. Go ahead and leave us a comment or two here on YouTube and tell us what you think. That's all I've got.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.